Howdy, how's it feel to, be back here, like last year?
It's where we wanted to be. That's the really good thing. Our fans are incredible, so it always gives us the advantage to play in front of them. Just have all of our family and friends and people that support us, especially donors. We love seeing them out here, and they're here every game. They show up whether it's regionals or in the fall, so it's exciting to be back in front of them for sure.
What is it about the advantage of playing here in front of these fans? We saw last year the energy that came out of the stadium. What do you think that advantage is?
I think, like you just said, the energy. I think that's what really gets us going, and no matter where we play well at home, we play well away, and it just happened to be that we're here. So I'm excited that our fans get to see us, and that's really the big thing is the energy.
I think when a lot of you decided to come back, it was kind of the unfinished business rallying cry. Now it's time to finish business. Is that kind of the mindset going into this?
Yeah, it's always that. That was the goal, is to be back here this year, and we're taking it one step at a time, trying not to look too far ahead. We do have unfinished business, but right now we're just having fun. And I think that's the big thing that's happening right now is we're all clicking and we're having all three parts of the game: our pitching, our hitting, our defense is all coming together, and that's what's really working for us right now.
For you and your team's approach, what is the key to a regional? What is the key to getting into the rhythm that you want?
Honestly, not changing anything that we've been doing. Coach always says a game is a game. It doesn't matter where you're playing it, and I think that's the big thing going into tomorrow and the rest of the weekend is to not put too much pressure on yourselves and to have fun. We play our best ball when we're having fun. So that's the goal going into the next couple days.
When the team was struggling earlier in the year, was there any second thoughts for you about coming back for this year?
No, not really. Everybody kind of goes through ups and downs. I trust everybody to my left and right. You look at our lineup, there's no one in the lineup that you can ever have a doubt in. No matter when someone's down or when someone's really high, you can always trust someone to get the job done. Every team goes through it at some point, and I think obviously I'm glad we got it out of the way earlier in the season and that we're on a hot streak right now. So that's really the goal. There was never any doubt in our minds. We really just wanted to get back to the place that we knew we could be.
What was the turning point for you guys this year?
I don't know if there was one certain turning point. I think everything just started clicking. Our defense is always incredible, but our hitting really started coming around. I think that's where we kind of made that push over the edge that we really needed, was our offense coming together, and our pitching's been outstanding, and that always helps when you have shutouts in the SEC tournament. That always helps. So.
Hatti, as a catcher, you might know this better than anyone. What made Jordan and Lauren so effective throughout that SEC tournament?
Honestly, their confidence. I loved watching them throw. That was probably the most fun that I've had watching them throw, as they went on the field and they just had fun. There were no doubt in their minds at all, and that makes my job easy when I'm watching them have fun. And so, obviously hitting their spots and having really good spin on the ball, but most of all, just confidence.
They always seem to have a lot of success when you get to this point in the season. When you look at last year, do you think it is that confidence? Is that what kind of happens to them when you hit this point of the year?
Yeah, I think so. It's just, I said this a couple weeks ago, this is the most fun time of the year for everybody, and I think that's when we kind of mesh together the most. Obviously, we're all friends and we're all really close and we're with each other all day long, every day. And so being able to go out on the field and just do what all of us love together is the best part. So I think it just helps that it's postseason and we know what our goal is and that we want to be successful.
Do you handle the pitching staff differently at all, given the nature of a regional and how the games flow?
Every pitcher's different. I wouldn't say that they're all completely different, have to do a bunch of crazy different things for each one of them. They have small things that they prefer, but mostly Lauren does really well when she's pumped up and she's excited, and you've kind of seen Jordan come out of her shell a little bit. She's been real hype and fist bumping, and that's I love to see that out of her, because then it gets the rest of the team hype. So I don't know. It's been really fun, and I think that they all work well under pressure, and that's probably one of the best things coming into postseason.
Hatti, what has this season been like for you personally? You had to recover from a lot, and then to kind of get a late start to get going.
Yeah, it's been very frustrating. I've had the past couple weeks have been a lot better for me, and something clicked, and that's probably just what's gotten my confidence up a little bit. I had a really bad accident in the fall. Took a while to get healed up, and that was hard mentally and physically, just being gone for so long and having to come back to the team. But I'm glad that point's over and that I'm healed and that I'm feeling a lot better. So I'm glad that I'm able to perform better at this half of the season. I'd rather be successful now rather than early in the season. So.
Was there a point where at the plate you felt more comfortable and there were any adjustments you had to make just to make up for that lost time?
I don't know when exactly it happened, but I did have to make, I was trying to make adjustments with Michaela all year long, our hitting coach, and there was just one thing that I did a couple weeks ago that really clicked, and it got me back into my muscle memory that I was like, okay, this is it. I'm starting to feel more comfortable. And then once that happened, it's just taking your mind off of everything, just going to the box, doing what you do. So.
After the accident, did you sort of think about maybe you wouldn't come back, or was there a point in time that you thought you maybe couldn't come back?
Automatically your first kind of like thought is, oh my gosh, am I going to be healthy enough to come back? Once I knew how long it would take for me to recover, it was mostly the concussion that was the problem, and then obviously the scarring and the lacerations on my face took a while. Couldn't put a helmet on, stuff like that. But it was a thought at the beginning, but once I realized 2 days of physical therapy a week for 4 months and doing that and really focusing on getting healthy, I knew that I wanted to come back. Obviously, this is my last year. I knew that if I didn't, I would never be able to. And I wanted to do it for my teammates. They're all really supportive and helped me through everything. And it was difficult for sure, but I definitely knew I wanted to come back, whether it was at 100% or not.